wow, first one of the year, and I'm doing super. Hi everyone, hope you're doing okay. I'm a week late. I was ill and I was working, and then I actually just forgot about the chapter. So I won't waste much of your time. Thank you for coming and watching this live reaction. I got to read it now because I got the podcast to do tomorrow, and I can't even know what I'm talking about before we go up with it. So I'm just gonna start reading it now. Same as always, I won't be checking on the chat while I'm doing it. I'll come to the chat at the very end. If you're here, that's great. If not, no problem. I'll just end it. We can talk about the chapter afterwards if you want, but no problem if we can't. If no one's here, I'll end the stream. Cool. Let's load up the chapter. I'm whoa! I'm immediately excited because of the cover. Look at these two in their little gangster outfits. Okay. One Punch Man 177, the supernatural and risks. Yeah. I love that. Obviously, got for looking great. Generals with like a Tommy gun is okay, sure. Thank you once again to the translation team. Good stuff. Appreciated it. I get to read this chapter because of you. Right. Let's get into it. Oh, we're at the Hero Association. Cool. They say this month. The number of monster disasters hit an all-time high. Another record breaker, huh? If tons of monsters keep pouring out into the world like this, people will not be able to live outside anymore. But we're perfectly safe in here. The high-ranking pro heroes will protect us, after all. Okay. Oh, wow. It's just a resort for the rich now. Okay. We're guaranteed more security than any upscale neighborhood out there. This facility has all kinds of great cafes and restaurants like this, and even a pool. Not to mention the shopping mall I hear they're building. It's easy to get around in. Someday this might even become the capital, but only a select few of us get to live here. Good thing your dad is higher up in the government. Like I said, you made the right choice going out with me, didn't you? I guess so. It's shaking. An earthquake? Couldn't be. This place is constructed with state-of-the-art earthquake-resistant design. They say we won't feel the magnitude 6 or below. That's probably why your hand is probably what's shaking. We finally moved into a perfect world thanks to my connections. Don't worry me like that. Sorry. Oh, okay. Who's shaking it? Because if I remember, like how I said last time, it was the psychics were facing off, and Saitama got launched into a cavern. Into a ravine. Sure. We really are shaking. Why? Why? It's a huge one. It won't collapse, will it? Are we really going to be all right? Where's the hypercenter? It's shallow. On site. East building 4. Basement? It's coming from the experimental monster containment floor. Security cameras aren't functioning. Get some heroes out there. Put down all the rampaging monsters. That's right. And Saitama got launched into the room with all the... Oh, it's Tats! Is it Tats or is it this guy? Mate, it could be Tats. It's probably Tats. Look at him! He's shaking, and it's not because of the force of that. Okay, I see. When it comes to telekinetic output, I may be at a very slight disadvantage. Did you think you had any chance at your level? Poor little guinea pig. Here we go. Here we go. There's no need to belittle me so. Saitama! We need you right now! Huh? Lady Fubuki? Wait, what? She's done. Wait, has he done something to Fubuki? A capsule full of sleep medicine that breaks up my telekinetic signal. Should I break a capsule full of deadly poison next? You're an idiot! Oh! I wasn't even paying attention. He flicks his hand, so it's like he flicks something out, and triggers it using his psychic. Okay, right. Yeah, you're a fool. I can't believe you're trying this. Simply slipping these into her daily beauty supplements was an effortless task indeed. Whoa! Oh, so he knows he can't beat Tatsumaki, so he got to Fubuki. You are an idiot, though. This is like the one thing you don't mess with, in particular with Tatsumaki. Okay. When did you... That means there must be a Tsukuyomi spy at either the manufacturer, the distributor, or posing as one of your little friends, Fubuki. Now then, no more resistance. Am I understood? Okay, so Tsukuyomi, there could be, people in the Fubuki group, though? Unless their, whole thing was okay. Because obviously, join that. Because Fubuki can't just let almost anyone in on the Fubuki group. Not almost anyone. She recruits them, but it's not the most difficult organization to get into. Now then, no more resistance. Am I understood? What a good listener you are. Mate, what's she doing? She's doing something. Okay. Now let's make you a bit easier to carry. You have supernatural powers, yet you couldn't see this coming? Wait, is he forcing her to twist? Like they did last summer? What's he doing to her? Oh no, he's actually like, oh. Well, it's no surprise that natural psychics lack balance. They have no harmony. Sis! They are defective species that need to go extinct. Mate, I'm still like, I don't care who you are. This is S-class rank 2. Beep. B14, level demon monsters containment cage open. A large number of demon-level monsters escaped due to mechanical issues caused by Tatsumaki's rampage. If all that's left at the scenes of is monster feces and minced half-eaten flesh of an indomitable number of people. No one would question the death of the witch sisters. At least not anytime soon. Oh, so he's going to throw them in there. You're a fool. Wait, is that where Saitama is, though? The new guy, that bastard. There we go. So it was someone who was there. So what's he trying to do? So this guy, I don't know who this guy is. We have not been introduced to this person. This is supposed to be someone. If we follow a different story, like it's him. Why? Like, but Tats, Fubuki, and Psychos have all been taken. Wait, Lady Fubuki! Close the cages, hurry! It's not working. The exit won't open either. That's the point. Guts flying everywhere, and he's just done. I don't blame him, but Saitama! Oof. Found it. What'd she find? You bastard. Fubuki, Vessel hurt a bit, but consider it a punishment for ignoring my warnings. The capsule isn't reacting. What Tatsumaki did was twist the capsule, contents and all, into the shape of a needle, thinner than a strand of hair. By copying the wavelength of your telekinetic signals, I was able to find any objects it would react to. Thanks for the hint. Oh, it just shot out like a... She's insane. She was like, okay, because you're a psychic, I figured out what you were using your powers on. I made it so small. It shot out of her kind of like a dart, so it did hurt. But then it tore through his hands. He tried to block it. She's nasty. It went through, I didn't even think it went through his eye. Oh my, you didn't die instantly from it. Do you have some sort of resistance? After this, I'm going to wring everything you know about Tsukuyomi out of you. Oh my. I mean, why did you pick a fight with her at this point in time? Like, there's arrogance, and then there's going up against Tatsumaki. Like, why? It's insane how quickly I've changed my opinions on Tatsumaki. A year and a half ago, I couldn't stand her. Now I'm like one of her biggest fans. I love her. She's class. Or maybe 2 years. 2 years ago. That's weird to say. Okay. She's obliterating everything. Okay, planetary devastation. She's trapped him. This guy, like, and then the traitor's trying to run away. And she's like, get out of here. Boom, slams him into a wall. She's done it. And, like, the only reason he Saitama there was to save the Blizzard group. She did everything else on her own. Fuck, she's sick. Everyone, like, the other two are just, if you look, it's small, but those two are sweating, and Tatsumaki's just like, this is nothing. Where's Saitama? Oh, there it is. Cool. Okay. We're saved. Lady Fubuki, are you okay? You guys. Just what on earth was that? You brought us along without giving any reason, and you got every single one of us killed. What's Tsukuyomi? Just who were those espers? Why did someone the association executives do business with attack us? Shut it! I love that panel of Tatsumaki. This has nothing to do with any of you guys. Get lost. Didn't I tell you, Fubuki? Involving yourself with a bunch of riffraff will just let the enemy take advantage of you. Just like this. Cut off ties with your friends. This time the bad guys showed their hand for us. But it would be a pain if you let them use your weak point like this again. I'll protect them all. It's not necessarily that. Okay, by the way, yeah, okay, that's a shot of Tatsumaki. Do you not want to? Do you want to put someone on or something? No? Okay. Wait, Miss Tatsumaki, hold on a second. If you at least explain the situation to us, we can take measures against the enemy and be prepared next time. Please allow us to work on your sister. Huh? It's because of your stupidity that your leader's life was put in danger. So how can you spout that kind of garbage? Kabuki doesn't need you anymore. Honestly, you're all just nuisances. If none of you will cut ties, I'll cut them for you. I'll kill you just enough where you won't quite die. I'll make sure you never work as heroes again. Hey, stop! Wait, stop it, big sis! What? Good grief. You siblings are just like each other. This is going too far just to lecture your sister. Why should heroes have to beat each other up? No! Okay. Are we getting... Mate, are we going to get Saitama and Tatsumaki fight? No. 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 Okay. Okay. Right. Let's see who's here. Hey, Sasuke's here. Cool. Matt, Queen Tatsumaki, easy work. Yeah, she's... mate, she's S-Class rank 2 for the reason. There's also still that argument of S-Class rank 1, but she made such easy work of these guys. Saitama just needed to be there to save the Fubuki group. Everyone else was done. Like, oh, man, I'm happy just seeing her just be amazing again. I'm going to be sad when we don't see her for a bit, but it's good stuff. Mike B, Tatsumaki best girl. There it is. Yeah, she's... This chapter's just basically like Murata going, Tatsumaki, am I right? And we're like, yeah, you know what, you are right. Okay, quick thoughts on the chapter. So just quickly, yes, there's crazy amount to talk about. So I tell her I'll take Tats for a date. Maybe? I mean, their date will be a different kind of date where she's probably going to try and kill him. Is Saitama going to punch her? He might punch her. If he just knocks her out, okay. That's just a weird thought to think about. Okay, right. Start from the beginning, just quick thoughts. The Hero Association, it's not much to add. It's just like super corrupt stuff like normal, like basically looking after the people who can pay rather than the people who need the help. Understandably, they need to pay. These people donate money, but like still. And she's, mate, how strong is Tatsumaki? If she's creating just from her psychic thought, like from her telekinesis, waves that are shaking the Hero Association, where Metal Knight is like, this is top stuff. And she's creating such powerful, just from like charging, or it's him attacking, it's like the combined, no, it's her. I was about to say, maybe he's doing stuff. Yeah, I mean, she's going to find out about Saitama's strength because they're going to fight. There's no question on that. So, like, I think the whole point of this arc, and we'll talk more about it more tomorrow in the podcast, but I think the whole point of this arc is going to be by the end of this, when we get to the end of this saga, like, everyone's just going to know about Saitama. Like, because to me, the end of this saga is going to be at the end of when Saitama reaches either top of Class A or goes to Class S. That's when we're going to learn about, like, and it won't just be a secret at that point. Everyone will know about how strong Saitama is. It's not that, like, okay, maybe when you put it like that, it's kind of silly to be like, she shook the Hero Association. That's crazy. When she did, like, fight off, like, you know, the woman who cut a continental plate off the earth while trying to help out other people. But at the same time, I would argue this is okay, I'm not really into feats. Is this like a bigger feat than lifting up the Hero Association? Just because than lifting up the Monster Association, because this is like don't mess with this building. It's the main thing. Like, unless you're like top tier, you ain't touching it. Yeah, Tad's a class. Did we find out this guy's name? Because right name, I want to call him like Joker or Clown, because he's just like, he started off like, oh, I'm Mr. Cool, and Tats is like, shut the fuck up, mate. That might be my favorite panel. It's Fubuki trying to physically, like, it's in like telekinetic pry open the where Saitama got trapped, like that. Yeah, like this would probably be like in any other series. This is like the next big threat, and this is where they're like, oh no, watch out! These guys are going to show up and they're going to really mess up. You think the last villains were bad? Look at these villains. But then, like, Tatsumaki just went, nah. And there are a couple of moments where I was a bit concerned, like him like contorting Tatsumaki like that's crazy. But everything else was like, and then like that guy who's like secretly part of the Fubuki group, and then if that was another series, we would have met him like in a previous arc, and he'd be like someone who was a bit shady, but we don't know why, and then that's it, and then he'd probably change back to the good guy side near the end because like we're part of the Fubuki group. But I like that there's like the new guy. They give him a slightly interesting design. He's got scars on him there. Is that something to note? Do they all where's No, I wondered if like it was a theme that like anyone who's got a kind of scar pattern on them has like has got like if we see anyone with a scar, they're part of Tsukuyomi maybe? Such a big leap in logic, but like that guy looked like he was hiding a scar on his head for a reason, because maybe it's to do with like psychic abilities, maybe he's had his brain tampered with to awaken psychic abilities. I don't think this guy's that mark on him I would not count as like a stitching or a scar on the other guy, but you know what I mean. It's like some kind of symbol, so it might be something to look out for in the future. Anyone we see with those kind of marks, like if anyone's got like a stitch on their head, it might be like, right, they're part of Tsukuyomi, and it's something they're trying to hide. Yeah, I understand why these guys are panicking, because Fubuki Group's strong. They're not demon level, and Saitama bash. I love that panel of him just, he's covered in blood and guts, he's out of there, and he's just like, sometimes I hate my, like that look is a man who's just like, what is going on? Right. I don't think so, just because the Mod Association thing required power and finesse. You still had to save the heroes first. That's fair. That's, yeah, absolutely fair. Fubuki Group definitely needs some tuning after this. Fubuki could have died from their incompetence. Yeah. They are like relying a bit too much on Fubuki. I'd fully like. Unfortunately, it's kind of what Saitama was saying to Fubuki originally. Like a hero is someone who fights on their own or with someone else or like with a group, and no matter what hero has to fight though. And I think the thing with Fubuki is I like to think she's going to learn that lesson, but the rest of the Fubuki group needs to learn that lesson because they're all relying on Fubuki too much. Like Fubuki could have died from this. Like, without a doubt. We obviously don't know, like, the recruitment progress for the Fubuki group, because it's like Fubuki just kind of recruits whoever's strong. But, like she went for Saitama. She's like, before he grows too strong, like, let's group him into the group. There was the OVA as well. What's the name? Swim, where I don't remember how she joined, but I think Fubuki just kind of like joined the group. She said, yeah. So part of it is on Fubuki, because Fubuki probably just goes, like, yes, that's fine, whatever. Like, if she can have more power to her team, then she'll let it. But this kind of the downside now is like, because it used to be just, if you're a human and you're hit and you want to fight, yeah, join us. Yeah, that is an insane moment for Tatsumaki. Like she's all about power, but she's got precision to find the capsule that was broken up in the body still, get all the bits, twist it into a needle, shoot it out of Fubuki, and then shoot it into, like, she tried to kill him with his own capsule. Like, it's poison, right? It's poison, but she aimed for the brain. That guy is badly poisoned. That's insane. I love it. Then, of course, Planetary Devastation traps him in the ball and slams him, and he's done. Like, and it's just like, she's just, I'm done. That's a great panel of her. She's class. It's crazy how quickly, I said this earlier, but I'm still amazed, like, how quickly I've turned on Tad. Well, not quickly. They took the arc last time, everything she did. But I'm such a big Tatsumaki fan now. She's insane. Busele, Fubuki, yeah, everyone's good. And then obviously she's understandably upset because Fubuki's there trying to be. Obviously, Fubuki, her sister nearly died because of. Yeah, we've always had a bunch of riffraff that just let the enemy take advantage of you. Yeah, that's a shot at Tatsumaki. And like, it's mostly like Tatsumaki doesn't want to necessarily do that. It's because she recognizes. I don't want to big up Tatsumaki too much, but she's recognized her after, like, she's shown a great deal of strength. She recognized her weakness because she's like, I can't protect them all. I can't be there all the time if I've got to deal with guys like this. Which is fair. So it's basically like she can protect, and that panel's great because it's literally the only person she cares about there really is Fubuki. So she's like, as long as I protect Fubuki, I don't really care about anyone else. But I don't necessarily want them to die. It's good stuff. Yeah. Wait, Miss Tatsumaki, hold on a second. And she's obviously she's understandably angry because her sister nearly died. If Tatsumaki wasn't there, and like, obviously Saitama was there, but like, there'd be no way to cure the poison. Like, Fubuki would have gone. Like, Tatsumaki's just so sure in her view. She's like, to the point where she's like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to kill you just enough where you won't die, but you can't work as hero. She's going to physically just brutalize these men and women. Saitama shows up and is like, you are going too far, mate. Like, you don't have to attack them just to go to give them a lecture. I'm ready for this. Like, are we going to, like, Saitama and Tatsumaki are going to fight because she's got problems with him already because she thinks he's some arrogant guy. He thinks she's like some sassy kid. This is going to be, this is a way to start. This is the first big fight of this arc. It's Saitama versus Tatsumaki. The first big fight of the last arc was really, I guess it was either G4 versus Genos or whatever you count, like Sonic versus Genos, whatever you count more on those. Like, this is the level we're at, and it's crazy. So I don't really have much else to say. Just quick forward, so I like to ask this. What did everyone give this chapter out of 10? And then I'll probably quit here because I don't have much else to talk about. I'll just read for these. Tatsumaki's amazing. This moment definitely validates what Tatsumaki's been saying. Satsuki, you're right, yeah. Tatsumaki's the power to throw the entire Hero Association into space. Yeah, probably. You're not wrong. 9. Yeah, it's a solid one. I like Tatsumaki. I mean, it's not like a major thing, but it's insane to see where, like, as someone who grew up reading like anime and manga, it's insane to just see the kind of level that we've changed now with female leads in shonen series and saying it's like, obviously when I was younger, as I'm sure with anyone who was like that too, a lot of like girls didn't do anything, right? They were just on the sidelines or they were the healers. They were the ones to be saved. And now Tatsumaki's just being insane. I love it. It's not just One Punch Man, but she's something, you know? And then like Jujutsu Kaisen does it well, and One Piece does it pretty well too. Black Clover does it pretty well as well, actually. But I love this stuff with Tatsumaki. It's just like I would like her to get more fights just to see what goes on. But it's difficult kind of getting that level of opponent where you're strong enough to take on Tatsumaki, but not strong enough to take on Saitama, because at that point you're like upper echelon of opponents, unless you're like basically you have to be strong enough to lose to Saitama or Blast, but not strong enough. I've said that wrong. Weaker than Saitama and Blast, but stronger than Tatsumaki. And it's good stuff. She's class. Yeah, this chapter's like an 8 or a 9. I don't know. I think it's a great Tatsumaki mode. I'd give it a solid 8. 8, like high 8, really. I don't know what it'd take to be a 9, but it's got a good character moment too with Tatsumaki. Okay, it's probably a 9. I don't really have much else to say, so I'm going to end the stream here because it's starting to get a bit late and I actually need to cook something. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more. Give it a like if you liked it. And comment down below what you think of the chapter. Did you love it? Did you hate it? I'd actually really like to know. We're going to be doing a podcast about this on my, I guess, colleagues' channel, Grim Reaper. We'll talk about it more there. We bounce off ideas. Satsuki's on there as well. He's really great. Go subscribe to Satsuki as well. He actually reacted to it on time, so he's got a reaction there too. Cool. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.